You guys know now what grips you guys have to use, the position you have to be, but it's not gonna be that easy. Head is gonna be attacking, head is gonna be trying to put pressure. What we need to do is we need to master off balancing, because that's what's going to keep us safe. Honestly, if you can start going submissions, you're gonna have to off balance them as well, but since you're controlling the upper body, it's easier for you to shoot submissions. Upper body control is mostly for submissions. Lower body control, mostly for sweeps, because since I'm controlling the legs, it's going to be easier for me to sweep my opponent. And mastering off balancing is going to be key. Once I have my grips, I already know the position I need to be to start attacking, but it's not going to be that easy. Ed is going to be attacking first sometimes, and I need to be able to address the situation. And I'm gonna show a couple of ways where we can off balance our opponent. De La Riva. Now, what the person top wants from this situation, he wants to isolate my legs, so that way I don't push against his shoulder. He wants to pin my leg down, so this way I cannot fight with this leg. And then that's what he wants once he's on top. So my goal is, once he's isolating, once he starts progressing the position, I need to address that fast. So I need to use my whole body to make him off balance. Because once he's pulsing, let's say I make Ed pulse his hands, now I am ahead. Because now his hands are busy pulsing on the ground. And now he's exposed, now I can start attacking. I can jump on the arm, I can attack submissions, I can sweep. So the whole idea is to get Ed to put his hands on the ground. So instead of making the grips, he's gonna be pulsing. And how am I gonna do that? I need to do that by using grips, momentum, and legs. My whole body should be working together. If I'm here and try off balance Ed just by pulling, that's not going to work. Eventually, you're gonna burn out your grips. So if I use my whole body to off balance Ed, now there's a completely different situation. Now look, I'm gonna use momentum, grip, and legs. Boom. And then now I can expose his legs. I can start capturing the legs and advancing the position. So Ed's gonna try to step over. As I feel that Ed is going to step over, I'm going to use the same hook. First, what do? I push so I can sit up, because I need my back off the ground, otherwise I'm just gonna be using my arms to overpower. I push, and then now once I feel that I have my back off the mat, now I'm gonna start pulling. Now remember, I need to use legs, arms, and momentum at the same time. Boom. And then I get Ed to pulse his hands. I can either replace my guard control, or if you prefer, you can simply get under the legs. So every time Ed tries to step over and isolate my legs, I need to feel him pushing and isolating my foot. And I need to be faster than he is. Because if I wait too long, he steps over, he comes to the side, and then now I don't know what to do, then yeah, he's gonna keep on progressing. But as he steps over, I already need to be pushing and pulling. And it's always gonna be about push, pull, push, pull. Again. Now push, pull. And I can get under. I can replace, play my guard again. And then now, look, I'm already going to the side, doing the same thing. Now Ed's gonna be trying to square up with me. I can make him off balance again. Boom. And then eventually, I'm going to get to the position I want. So this is going to be the main way to make someone off balance. You have to sit up. You need to engage your grips. And now, think about using your whole body instead of your grips only. Let's go deeper into this off-balance situation, because that's going to be the most important part. Off-balancing and attacking, it's going to be pretty much 80% of the work. If you understand how to off-balance, compromising your opponent's balance, the technique you're going to use, it doesn't really matter, since you can off-balance the person. And The idea to off balance, there's many different situations to off balance someone, but we need to be thinking about how can I get my opponent's hands on the ground. Because if he's on his feet, he's always going to be heavy. The heavier he is, the harder will be for me to attack him. So the idea is, how can I make my opponent off balance where I can create openings, and from the openings, I'm going to start attacking. So many ways to off balance. I showed one way, which you can step on the leg, or he's gonna step over, I'm gonna use the momentum. But if your opponent, they're on their balance, they have a strong base, what do I need to do? First, I have to make sure I push first. It's a natural reaction when you push for someone to try to push back. Once he pushes back, I'm gonna use his momentum to make him pulse. So if I just pull, he's gonna try to go in a different direction. But if I push, now look, he's gonna try to push back. Oh, that's when I'm making off balance. That's gonna be the idea of action reaction. I push, he reacts, I'm gonna use his momentum to pull him back. And at any point, if they're on balance, you have to do that, because off balance someone, it's gonna be key when you're playing guard. So again, I'm gonna be pushing, pulling. Now look, once I push, I wanna push as far as possible. Not only with my arm, but I need to use my whole body to push. Push, and then now look, as he's pushing back, boom, I pull. Now, in addition to that, I'm going to be stepping on the leg, so this way I can open his base. The closer his feet are, the harder it will be for me to make him off balance. The more I stretch his legs, the harder it will be for him to stay standing. So I want to separate his legs completely. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna push, pull, step. Push, pull, step, and that's gonna be the drill. You can even drill when you go to your school. It's a very simple drill where I push, pull, he steps. Now once I pull, I'm going to be pushing his leg far away as I pull the collar. Boom. He's pulsing. And then now I can expose him. Don't rush. Normally, I try to make someone off balance like 2, 3, 4 times until I can start attacking. I don't like to rush. So make it off balance 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, timing the attack before you actually attack. And that's gonna be the idea. I'll push, pull, boom. And then I turn on my side. See how I keep him with the hands on the ground so I don't let him posture up? And now he's gonna do the same thing. Push, pull, push, and pull. And then I can start exposing the back and attacking. But remember, the whole idea is going to be push, pulling, and separating the legs. It doesn't have to be hard. You just have to keep on doing that until you can find the opening.